2025 has been the biggest year for Sleepy Cat Films and L7 Media yet, with our first public premiere, starting a website, finishing one show, and almost done with writing another, starting a podcast. Like I said, a big year. But let's take a step back and take a look towards the future, 2026. So what's coming next for Sleepy Cat Films? Well, far more than this year. If you think this was a big year for Sleepy Cat Films, you haven't seen anything yet. So let's start with the beginning. 'Cause, while things can change, we do have a grasp on the beginning, with none other than the films and TV shows. In February, we'll be releasing an unannounced remake. It's been almost 2 years since The Job was released, and while The Job is great to look back on, remaking it before The Job Part 2 is an opportunity we just couldn't pass up. The film will be called The Job Part 1 and is written by Braylon Mueller, directed by Aaron Shepard, and stars myself. This film, much like the first one, follows Agent 84 as he uncovers a big secret, but with some big changes from the original. The film will be released on Friday, February 20th, 2026. May seem like a huge leap from February, but as I said, things change, and considering I have a film class, expect to see at least some shorts between February and May. But for absolute certainty, May will not disappoint. On Friday, May 1st, 2026, The Job Part 2 will release. The film is a direct sequel to The Job Part 1, released in February, and will be directed by Aaron Shepard, with a script developed by Braylon Mueller and myself. While I can't give too many details, The Job Part 2 is a worthy successor to The Job Part 1. And trust me, I love that script. Much better than the 2024 film. Then on Friday, May 26th, Group Therapy will be released. Group Therapy is a short film written and directed by myself, and produced in association with Crosswalk and Reach 180. This film is huge, and after the critical success of The New Girl, the only thing I could think to do was tell another personal story. A story about pain, loss, and companionship. Group Therapy is a film that I've been planning since summer of 2025, and I can't wait to see what it comes to be. June will be an interesting month for our films. As we come off the giant month of May, we'll shift to a less busy June. But there will still be a short film this month. On Friday, June 26th, 2026, Summer Depression will release. Directed by myself, and about the feeling of emptiness that comes with the changing of the seasons, and the loneliness of being inside, alone. July will also largely be a small month, until the end. On Friday, July 31st, 2026, My Last Summer will release. It will be a documentary-style film directed by myself and will be produced by Harold Scott, Braylon Mueller, Aaron Shepard, and Zipporah Williams. It will follow us as we enjoy our final summer before senior year of high school. The good, the bad, and the insanity. Senior year of high school will be huge for me, but it will also mean a lot here at Sleepy Cat Films. First of all, I'll begin my final year of my high school film course, Audio Video Tech 3. This means more and bigger projects. Projects I just don't know about yet. So while I can't mention them here specifically, there will be a lot going on from August to October. Then on Friday, October 9th, 2026, Fangwood Falls will return, all new and all big. The truth of why Fangwood Falls originally stopped was because we simply weren't happy with the product, and we hate disappointing you guys. You guys are our number one concern. The series will be a seasonal series, a Spooktober season series, with the final episode premiering on Saturday, October 31st. Also in the fall, somewhere between September and November, the highly anticipated fan series, Grayson, will premiere. The series is written by myself, Raphael Bedard, Whimsy, and Che Watkins, and stars Whimsy as Dick Grayson, Abby Torrance as Barbara Gordon, Kyla Wallace as Coriander, Layla Joanna as Renee Montoya, Spencer Dean as Reese, and Che Watkins as the Ripper of Bloodhaven. The show is strictly for mature audiences and follows Dick Grayson as he attempts to find his footing by himself in his own city, all while dealing with the grief after losing his brother and trying to solve the seemingly disconnected murders of women throughout Bloodhaven. The show will release weekly and then take a 2-week break between episodes 3 and 4. It's an audio drama with a still frame visual style for the YouTube audience. Winter is also pretty big, with a show and a short film releasing, among whatever else I do in my theater and film class. The short film will likely be released towards the middle of December. The short film will also be made in association with Crosswalk Pictures. While this film is in very early development, the concept is one of learning that the only way to cope with grief is the help of the people around you. The series that will be released at the end of the year, that will bring us into the new year, is Gotham City Sirens, another DC fan production that follows Catwoman, Harley Quinn, and Poison Ivy as they face a much bigger threat. This show will have 10 episodes in its first season, with a season 2 being discussed. And that brings us to the end of this huge slate, which, if you've been counting, is 26 videos. If anyone has been keeping count on the page, that means that it exceeds the amount of short films that we've produced in 2026. But that's just the short films. We have more than just that coming in 2026. You'll notice I skipped over trailers. That's because every short film mentioned will have one or more trailers before their respective releases. So let's get into the podcast. Sleepy Cat Films has played a lot with the idea of podcasts in 2025. From Work in Progress in the summer to the Sleepy Cat Films official podcast, which has had some good critical reception. But we think there's a lot more we could do with the Sleepy Cat Films official podcast, and that it has a lot more potential. And that starts with opening some doors, like opening the door to a new co-host. Bri?
To give a little bit of background on myself, so I'm Bri Wimberly, as previously established. I was born in Texas, raised in Oklahoma. I moved Atlanta-bound about 7 years ago, I want to say. And I've really, really loved the place. Unfortunately, I ended up moving to Georgia 6 months before the pandemic. So, not a great time to get adjusted with a new space. But it gave me a lot of time to get familiar with my creativity and really enjoy exploring those facets of myself. I ended up graduating 2021, I want to say. from high school, and I did not want to do 4 more years, especially not if I have to pay for it. So I ended up going to a community college and majoring in construction management. I work in a very blue-collar field, and it's a bit of a back and forth in between that and my creativity. I am a cosplayer. I love the fandom space and being in that kind of just room.
The Sleepy Cat Films official podcast will dive into fandom and how it relates to acting and entertainment from our experience, as well as our guests. Adding a new co-host is only the beginning to the changes. The questions and interviews will be more personalized, and generally, we will have a more flow, fun personality throughout our episodes. Each episode will take up about an hour each, if not more, and the podcast will be released in video form on YouTube, with the audio versions on YouTube and Spotify, with a planned expansion into Apple Podcasts, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Eventually. I'm really excited for this new format, and can probably entertain way more than a podcast show about projects that are yet to come out. Don't worry though. The Sleepy Cat Films official podcast, episodes 1 through 4, will remain up. And when those shows are released, episodes of the podcast will feature specific interviews pertaining to these Sleepy Cat Films official projects. Before we get into this next section, a word from today's sponsor. Movies have a lot of moving pieces. From acting, to directing, to writing, editing, post-production. The point is, making movies isn't cheap. So, Sleepy Cat Films has started the Sleepy Cat Films Patreon page. On Patreon, you can get access to all things Sleepy Cat Films. For free, you get access to all of our videos as they come out on YouTube, but you're more likely to get notified because, well, the Patreon algorithm doesn't hate us. You also get access to all of the pictures that we post on Instagram, all centralized in one place. You also get access to the Sleepy Cat Films newsletter, which will give you updates to all upcoming projects, which, while on the Sleepy Cat Films website or on social media, could notify you, probably will notify you less often. On Patreon, you get a closer relationship to Sleepy Cat Films, and I'm just talking about for free. But what about with money? Well, we have 3 tiers. The $3 fan tier gives you access to all of our videos early and ad-free. You get access to members-only shoutouts, which means that at the end of every video, you'll be one of the names in the credits, which basically makes you a producer in a way. You also get exclusive content, such as script pages, storyboards, shot lists, basically teases to upcoming projects that we won't post anywhere else. For the $5 superfan tier, you get access to everything previously stated in the $3 tier and access to our Discord server, which just opens up a whole new event of possibilities. From VIP live events to Q&As. You get to interact with cast and crew, ask about videos, and maybe even pitch ideas of your own. It is an all-private community for $5. And just wait until you get to the $9 tier. The $9 tier gives you access to all of that, and you get access to merch. Now, look, you can get merch regardless, right? But what makes it different? For $9, you get a reduced price of 25% on all merchandise. That's 25% off all merch. And just remember, that's on top of ad-free videos, early access videos, Discord, exclusive content, live streams, live events, you name it, that's what the $9 tier gives you. And here's the best part. That tier is listed as the executive producer tier, which means you, yes you, for doing absolutely nothing other than paying $9 a month, gives you basically unlimited access to all things Sleepy Cat Films, and you get listed as an executive producer in the credits of every single video. We made this as a treat for you guys so you could interact and be more invested in Sleepy Cat Films than ever before. And hopefully you guys enjoy it. Because I, for one, am so excited to interact with every single one of you. Thanks, guys. Sleepy Cat Films is ever growing. I'm sure some of you saw the shirt that I was wearing in that ad segment and went, where'd he get that from? Truth is, I got it made, so people would ask that very question. Sleepy Cat Films was started 3 years ago, and has expanded into something else. I mean, just look at these two scenes.
Emily, don't try not to speak. You are now the master.
I don't think so.
I always come back.
I've grown a ton, and so has this company. And I thank you guys, because now I believe that this company could actually grow into something. And it's all thanks to you. But our next step is growth. Sleepy Cat Films is at 97 subscribers at the time of recording. My TikTok has 2.5 thousand followers, and my Instagram has around 200. I believe we can up these numbers. I just ask that you like and subscribe. If you're interested in anything I mention in this video, you can also hit that notification bell to be notified every time we post a new upload. Thanks. Another thing we've done to expand our abilities to you guys and make the best projects we can is by making ways to make more money. If we get to 100 subscribers on YouTube by the end of the year, and enough people are interested, I have been looking to make some Sleepy Cat Films merch. Tote bags, hoodies, stickers, shirts, and more. So if you're interested, maybe that's another reason to like and subscribe. And maybe that's also another reason to look into today's sponsor. That's right, we have 2 sponsors in today's video. Hey guys, I just wanted to take a minute to thank today's sponsor, you guys. As we approach Sleepy Cat Films having 100 subscribers, we are very excited to announce something that I've been cooking up for a few weeks now to make everybody's life a little bit easier. So, I'd like to announce the Sleepy Cat Films official website. On the Sleepy Cat Films official website, you can find links to our short films. You can find links to our podcast, both the Spotify link and the YouTube link. You can find an About Us section that talks about how Sleepy Cat Films was created. Fun fact, Sleepy Cat Films wasn't originally named Sleepy Cat Films. It was called Steadicam Productions. You can find an About Me section talking about me specifically, the founder. You can find an area showing all of the board members. It's not up yet, but eventually you'll be able to find news articles about going on behind the scenes written by us as well as potentially you, the fans. You can find a behind the scenes section that shows behind the scenes pictures not seen on any place other than IMDb. You can also find there the Rise of the Red Hood behind the scenes, which, even though Rise of the Red Hood is having a creative overhaul and moving into an animated movie, still will help you understand where our direction for the character is going. So yeah, Also, if you would like to join the Sleepy Cat Films family and work with us, there is a section on the website for that. We're always looking for new actors, directors, writers, so it's always great. If you are interested in the Sleepy Cat Films website, you can go to sleepycatfilms.my.canva.site. Thanks, guys. This year, we've made our most successful video ever. A video essay about the man of tomorrow, Superman. It is one of our most viewed videos at the time of recording. And with that being said, we've had a Batman video in the works for a while. The video will be narrated by Taylor Emerson, our voice of Batman, as he talks about the true understanding of Batman, in our opinion here at Sleepy Cat Films. Also this year, our Superman and Peacemaker reviews came out, and were met with lower than preferred viewership. But that's where you guys come in. Engage in the comments, and tell us what you want to see when it comes to video essays, reviews, and finally, analyses. We've had 2 analysis videos come out this year. That being Harold's very great video and very interesting video about making music for Sleepy Cat Films. He does a deep dive and he wants to do more with that, especially since he's getting something very special for Christmas. On my end, I did a breakdown of The New Girl, which went on a deep dive of the analysis of everything, from the cinematography to the story and how it relates to me personally. Tell us what you want to see in the comments down below. And while you're down there, consider going into the description box. In there you can find everything from my social medias to the Sleepy Cat Films website, Patreon, and the Sleepy Cat Films social medias. You can follow Sleepy Cat Films at the Sleepy Cat Films on all platforms. You can follow me at Logan K. Murray on all platforms. As I said, links to everything from Patreon, socials, and the Sleepy Cat Films website can all be found in the description box down below. Thanks, guys, and have a happy holiday.